Oh, hey, come in. Hello, I'm Lawrence. I'm here for the job interview. Yeah, sure, come on over. Have a seat. Lawrence, thank you so much for coming. Take a seat, and we'll jump right into the interview. So, tell me something about yourself. Hello, my name is Lawrence. I'm 22 years old, and I just graduated a few months ago from International Business Management. Currently, I'm actively looking for a job opening that's challenged me and a job that gives me the opportunity to improve myself. Okay, that's very interesting. And why do you want to work at this company? The reason why I want to work for BSS, of course, I did a little bit of an online research to know what your company is all about, because it's a company that was founded 30 years ago. So, and that means a company that was founded 30 years ago that is doing something right. It means there's a strong foundation and it's a stable player on the market. Further in your mission, I read online, I um, I read you have like two aspects that are like both equally important. You said you always want to give the best quality, and you always want to give the best service. And that means that BSS, the company, is always pushing itself to improve their self in a way that shows like, okay, I will never be satisfied because I believe if you're dropping the quality a little bit, the service can get better and vice versa. So that means you're always finding a super good balance to really give the customer the best experience. And the last reason I am keen on working here is the second part of the mission. So you have like the first two, service and quality, and the second part is like the personal connections that you will build up and maintain. For me, it's very important. I have a job I can feel fulfilled, but also feel like I'm contributing something to society. And with the personal relations I can build up, I have the feeling I'm really helping people, and that is something that keeps me motivated. Okay, okay, I hear you. Why do you want this job? So, I want this job because you get to work on and with the entire project from begin to end. In most jobs, it's often, say, for example, you're working at a water bottle company or you're selling a knife set door to door. It's often that you just get to work on one piece of the chain. Say, for example, the water bottles, I get to do the name tags and that's it. What I really like about this job is that you can see the process from the beginning all the way to the end. And that is something that personally interests me so that I get I'm able to learn more. And also, it gives you a higher level of satisfaction. In the job description, I also read that there are monthly in-house coaching sessions, which I find really interesting. I'm a person that always wants to learn and improve themselves. So with in-house coaching, with people who work in the management, who have worked in this branch for over 5 years, that way, and that I personally think self-improvement, yes, in combination with a mentor, with a coach who can learn you all other things to improve yourself um, then then not only will I be able to improve myself, my competences will rise as well and will give me more confidence in my job. That way I'm more happy, but also that way I'm a much more valued asset for you and the team. Why should we hire you? Okay, I really like this question. So, why you should hire me? You should hire me because of my great social skills. When I work in a team, I always get along greatly with all my coworkers. Let me say, it's not strange for me to be the favorite coworker of the employees after a few months. In addition, I'm a perfectionist. Without exception, I want to deliver always the best results and the best possible outcome for the company or the project I'm working on. So that means if there's a project and the project is not to my liking, like not perfect enough in my eyes, it's not a problem for me to stay a few hours extra or to work now a few hours extra from work. I want to I want to have a project, I want to have a product that I can be proud of to put my name on. I want to be valuable, and I want it to be useful in the entire process. And lastly, I would consider my ambition my one of my greatest strengths. I'm very keen on starting my career and building out and climbing out a career ladder. Um, like I said before, if I would have to work in a few extra hours per day, or like in the morning, a few extra hours, or like just this different project that you guys need some help on, I am very happy to put in the extra hours, to put in the extra work. Because now, for me, is the moment. I'm young. I want to learn as much as possible. I want to do as much as possible. I just want to be the best version of myself at this moment. um, of course, this again leans on my perfectionism, but I prefer to call it ambition because I think it's a more healthy way to approach it. What is your greatest strength? What are my greatest strengths? Well, I just replied your answer a little bit in the last question. I told you my ambition, my perfectionism, but also something that I think works really well with that as well and leans towards these personality traits is my flexibility. Whether it's to be flexible at the hours, whether it's to be flexible at my function, at my role in the company. I am a person who at this moment likes to be very vertical. And I'm a person who adapts very quickly to new situations. Okay. And what do you consider to be your weakness? Well, what is my weakness? Maybe I would say I consider my biggest weakness to be that we need to implement something new at work, or we get new information, or we need to study something to improve the system. I don't always realize that my coworkers need more time to get and comprehend what they are being told, what they are being learned, um, because I don't always realize that it can be more difficult for other people. That personally is something I need to watch out for, so also that the atmosphere stays good in the team, and yeah, I need to just that's something I need to look out for. Okay, okay. And what are you personally looking for in a new position? What am I looking for in a new position? Well, firstly, in a new job opening or any function that I do, I need to be in an environment that keeps challenging me to be the best version of myself, that I always stay on my toes and I always get the chance to improve. That for me is the most important one. Secondly, in a position that gives me the possibility to like learn on a very wide level. Like I mentioned before, I am 22 years old right now. I have a certain idea where I want to go with my life, but I like to keep my options open, if you know what I mean. Maybe let me rephrase it. I like to taste a little bit of every part of the chain. I would like to delve deeper and dig deeper in a certain profession, but I like to first learn well, I would like first like to see what every chain, like every little piece of the chain, has to offer for me. So it's a little bit mixed. Don't get me wrong. I would very much like to delve deeper in something, but I also want to see what's always happening over there. That's something that I personally set for myself in 5 years, and I think that will gradually fade out, and then I will look like more to master a certain part of the little pieces intertwining of the chain. But at this moment, it's what I just said, you. And also, lastly, for a job correctly done, I believe a correct compensation is also in order. A financial motivation is the thing that motivates me the least. But I thought I would mention it because, of course, it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about it. It is nice. You need to provide for yourself. Like I said, my least is the thing that motivates me the least. But I think fair is fair. Yeah, fair is fair. What are you passionate about in your private life? Okay, something passionate in my life. In my private life, I am very passionate about my piano skills. I've been playing piano for since 2015, so that's about 7 years now. And what I like about my piano is that I am able to produce a beautiful piece of music. Well, whether I make it myself or I learn it. I like the growth cycle. And like you have a sheet of paper, you can't play it, but then you work on it, you work on it, you learn new key combinations you never thought of before, and then after the while, after you worked a week, 2 weeks, a month on it, you get a beautiful result. And I think that's nice because I keep my mind fresh. I'm learning new skills, and it's just plain fun. Okay, that's very interesting. Next question. Are you willing to relocate for this job? If I'm willing to relocate, yes, most definitely. I, of course, I'm a graduate. I graduated in international business management, so the opportunity to go abroad, work abroad, be an expat, was always on my mind. Um, I would be very happy to have the opportunity to move abroad, to move to another country, and like be an expat for at least 5 years. That's something I really like. I always very much like seeing other cultures, learning about other cultures, but like being um, dive into the cultures, not like when I see online, okay, that's fun. Like really to see and feel how the people live there, and also make it a part of my own. And my opinion, that's a privilege to have that opportunity. Okay, and then the final question. In your head, what is the preferred management style? My preferred management style, that is a manager that is the boss without him needing to tell he's the boss. Let me expand a little bit on that. It's a manager that's like very amicable. You can call him by his or her first name. You can talk a little bit about your private life. He doesn't have to yell at you. You're not at the end of his frustration of the job. The only moment he is angry at you or yells at you is because he wants better results for the project you're working on. But also, in addition to that, a more friendly atmosphere, something you can call a second home, maybe a little bit cliche to tell, but something you feel good at, you feel valued, and I think with a more not laid back manager, but a manager that is closer in hierarchical terms to me, that is something I prefer in management. Okay, thank you. Those were all the questions I had for you, Lawrence. Is there something you like to ask me? Thank you so much for your time. There's only one question I have left for you. Well, I realize there's someone else at the door. Maybe you can put it on email, but I always like to ask something after the interview. Maybe if you could reply to me on email, what are the biggest challenges on this job? Okay, thank you so much for your time. I'd like to hear from you again, and goodbye. Have a nice day.